Nem sei se está a dar alguma coisa. Como é que é? Eu não sei o que é que se passa com isto. Eu não sei onde é que vai aparecer o chat. Bem, está a dar, acho eu. Nem sei se estou live. Isto está a funcionar. This is working. Ok. And this look is working. And now I need to check on my phone.
Bir bakayım.
Candy, brother, thanks for showing up. John P.
Apollo 13, man's fifth moon mission. The third scheduled to land on the moon, continuing its gradual approach.
Apollo 13 was nice evening, and we're just about to close out our section of Aquarius and get back to a pleasant evening at night.
13, we've got one more item for you when you get a chance. We'd like you to stir up your cryo tank. In addition, I have Shaft and Trunnion.
Okay.
Or look at the Comet Bennett if you need it.
Okay. Stand by. Okay, we had a problem here.
Just here's some thing in, please.
Houston, we've had a problem. Main B, bus undervolt.
Roger, main B undervolt. Okay, stand by, 13. We're looking at it.
And we had a pretty large bang associated with the caution and warning jump. And that whole main B was the one that had a spike on it once before. In the interim here, we're starting to go ahead and button up the tunnel again. It's one small step for man, giant leap for mankind.
Hey, BJ. Got 1,000 empty channels, replaying all my old. Where the sunlight bends and bends. Got 1,000 empty channels, replaying all my almost friends. Drifting slow past every memory, like a satellite that never sends. I'm alone between the orbits, waiting out the signal at the end. I feel the same with you. When there's a someone else is warm, and I will find a way. I know I'll have today. And no, I'll never go in the rain. I was holding on this way in the night. I found down with others that true inside. When I feel it's hard and find myself, I know I can't be falling in the sun. What I was always waiting for.
Vai tirar essa merda daqui. It's getting warm. It's getting warm. This phone is getting warm. Oh no, it's a tablet. Hi everyone. Well, I just hope still working. It's not the format, brother. I put on vertical, but the app doesn't allow me to work on vertical, only on horizontal when I'm streaming. I cannot change because if I do this, maybe you see it, what I'm doing. I put it out in the side, it doesn't. I'm working with a tablet. I don't have this app on a phone. I don't have phones available to have. You know, I'm with my phone. I'm watching and taking care of the stream, let's say. But I've put the phone on a charger, and the tablet, and it was catching some sun. And as you know, it's quite hot today. Today is quite hot. And as you know, remove the sun. Or it turns out to be feedback. And from here I can access the web camera. Well, I mean, watching airplanes flying all day was completely clear. Let's say in sunrise. I awake very early, but I come back to bed late, a little bit later. Vocês consigo desligar daqui isto. Yeah. But a few hours later, minutes later, all starting to be like this. So probably today is going to be the same as yesterday evening. My doves, sorry, they make a lot of noise and probably have to talk a little bit louder. Shh, ladies, please, do you mind? Yeah. Vocês fazer zoom. I can make zoom over here, but it doesn't help much if so vira lá, turn on this side, for example. See, I can touch and zoom a little bit. And I can do this. I know, not this, sorry. I need on. Now it's infrared. That's obvious. As an infrared, I don't want to point directly to the sun. I don't want to ruin the webcam sensor. Maybe the only thing I can do is on and off the infrared. Well, there are trails everywhere, so and pushing all the way up. Turn right. No, I can after. Now I have to turn left. That black thing on the center basically is the camera sensor. It's not anything artificial. It's just from some cameras. And this one, as it has full spectrum, like all the webcams, they show up a black spot on the middle. Basically, is the sun. There's an X. Meanwhile, in the other day, I posted and sent a few videos to Mr. MBB and all that of the double sun that I'm still waiting for the right moment to, let's say, show you what it's all about. Não vira, agora não quer virar. I think my camera has disconnect from the no, still working. Well, thank you so much once again for being here. I'm just making this live stream for a little bit. My kids are a little bit busy at the moment, but someone has arrived. Someone is coming. Oh no, someone has left. Okay, my tablet is still very hot. I'm making just a few hours. I really have helped the time of use. The number of the time of use was going up. That was only for 24 hours, and then it is already going down again. It helps. I've already put some phones from my house with another account, not mine, but I already said this one. I have a few connections with, let's say, insiders of YouTube, and the problem is the YouTube, and they analyze everything, including the IP address. Did you know that? So I'm not sure if they count those views, because they probably check. It's like those making like those kind of things, like como é que chama aquela merda que ainda há bocado disse o nome? Bitcoin diggers, and I think they analyze everything, including the IPs, the rest is from the views are coming. But like I was saying, the graphics are went up very suddenly, and now drop 50%. They don't play with Bitcoin. I'm not playing with Bitcoin. I'm talking, trying to trick the YouTube algorithm. For example, if I put here on my house, for example, 10 phones, all with different accounts, and all playing my playlists, they will check where the IP is coming. You know, they know that is an worthful. Is trying to lie, let's say, to YouTube, and try to scam them with views from the same IP. Of course, they want to check all that, but it is. So I have to count with external views like yours, to see actually my graphics from the YouTube studio going up. The number of subs have rise a little bit, but I'm not positive on that because I already know as for sure that, for example, and that has happened a little bit on my channel, they are removing, let's say, not removing, but putting on the shelf some new channels that we subscribe, and also the new subscribers, and restoring some old subscribers back. And I noticed that in the last couple of days some comments from subscriber Kenny G, if you're there, much appreciated. Kenny G is, let's say, with me since the beginning of all this all this thing around YouTube is long. There are so many years here, and after a while I've started to, even with the latest change on YouTube, because YouTube have changed a lot. YouTube have changed a lot, and that is noticeable on the streams. O cara dos comentários, the comments disappear unless someone. Oh, tens 5.000 horas, 5,000. Yeah, you just started your monetization. But I noticed you didn't show up yesterday, and not even today. You decided to take a break and be with the family. You do that first, and because you cannot live with YouTube, let's say, unless you are a 1 million subscriber channel. But I'm surprised in all this with the YouTube. YouTube have changed a lot in the last few years, especially pushing new channels, and it doesn't need lots of technology. It doesn't need special microphones. It doesn't need anything. It doesn't need to be original. And like I already talked with Dave, if you're there. We have talked that on the private. Today is not this conspiracy theory. Cala-se, caralho! Shh! Hey! You're laughing at me. Okay. But is the new normal is being weird on YouTube, especially on vertical. Good God, I have to starting to make like Joey and steal a few bits from YouTube live streams vertically, because they show up a lot of weird people there, and I don't believe is like another thing with a few channels like Wilcock and others that. But anyway, we have to start to be more weird, more I don't know the exact words to say in Portuguese, but in English, but in Portuguese é preciso ser doidinho e fingir que é doidinho, ou demasiado excêntrico, or eccentric, like, yeah, eccentric is the right word. The more eccentric, the better. And the other day, I saw a guy all dressed like Spider-Man dancing on the streets. Somewhere in Ibiza is a new Spider-Man, because the old Spider-Man dancing in Ibiza like a maniac was a guy here from Coimbra. Was a hit for several years, 20 years to be exactly. Was a Portuguese guy, Paulo Hino. There was a hit by starting to dance weird in the rave parties in Ibiza. and he has lived like a king during 20 years. Well, anyway, let's turn the camera that side. See how crappy all those lines in the sky. They look like anyway. Dress it as a chicken. Yeah, you see it. You get yourself a costume. You know. There are guys with helmets. There are guys with a pyramid. There are guys with I don't know. There's so many weird guys. I saw a guy with rockstar hair. Yeah. No, yes, I like to show it right now, but I don't want to mess with this. Maybe show you the screen, but I cannot stop this for the moment to I can try, but I don't know if I want to. And the other day I went to a shopping mall and also noticed there was a few young people, most of them young girls, you know, making those videos. And I was about to turn my phone and start recording the things they were doing, but I don't like to record people on the streets. I don't want to have any issues because, let's say, it's not forbidden, but it's not allowed to record people on the streets or take pictures on the streets without ask permission. Besides, it depends if it is events, let's say, festival or something like that. Cannot prevent. You know, but directly, of course, and some people here get a little bit upset. Don't believe me, there are some people. I've already have some episodes that I was recording, you know, and some people noticed me, and even one guy approached me asking if I was recording everything, blah 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 blah, and I'm pointing the camera down, I'm not showing the people, blah blah blah, but it was a little bit, you know, because the law here in Portugal, unfortunately, on that matter, is a little bit misleaded to some mistakes, and besides there is cameras everywhere. Some of them are not working. For example, downtown they have signs everywhere that there are cams everywhere, but I know for a fact that some of them are not working because there have been some, let's say, violence and robberies and some other, you know, disconcerting events downtown, some violence and over that, and they have, someone I've noticed, because they ask for the cameras, request for the cameras footage, and they realize they were not recording anything, they are not watching anything, so. But there are probably a few working, you know, in malls and everything, of course, they work. But my tablet is still very hot. I need to get one of those stands with a cooler or something. So it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Already have 12 likes, I think, and there's 6 people watching at the moment. I'm not sure how many time of you already have? There are some leaves and flowers from my tangerine trees dropping. I'm not sure what temperature it is today, but it is more or less around 26 degrees Celsius or something like that. There is a small breeze finally at the moment. It feels great to have a slight breeze. It's very good. Well, I'm having my 420 time, but Neil, if you're there, I'm not sure. Make a pigeon line? No, I'm not going to put my pigeons here. First of all, they notice there is something inside, and they'll probably put the camera down. I don't have so many places here to put the camera. Too many devices. I need to bring another thing here to. I don't have too many phones or extra cameras to work with, John P. Is what I have a tablet, that phone, I have an extra. But it's not, well, I have a small 4K camera over there, but like all the things I have issues with the batteries, and I need to buy new batteries. Well, the problem is the same, John. Is the lack of money for this beer is not paying. Was my wife. As you know, donations is basically once a month. Last one was Ivone, and the previous one was $5 from Neil. And only when I have some extra, let's say, donation or something, all the money I have always to help to buy shit to put at home, or to pay my bill, my phone bill, for example, or something like that. And when I'm okay, well, I go shopping. It's very easy to spend all the money in the supermarket without buying so many things, to buy food for a week. For example, I usually go basically every day because I don't want to be carried a lot of stuff. And sometimes I make a couple of 2 trips a day sometimes, and I forgot something. Thankfully, the supermarket is not very far, and I have 2 or 3 choices here to go, including a mini market if I want to be fast. Well, if I want to save, I have to choose the supermarket because I buy a few stuff on a supermarket, I buy other stuff on a supermarket, but sometimes I don't want to waste time to change to another, bring the stuff around, and I'm using an e-bike. The only place I feel safe to leave it is in front of the mini grocery, the Spar supermarket, because there is a coffee there who is always someone I know in the tables outside the coffee. And on the Lidl, I know there are cameras outside, something that it doesn't happen on some other supermarkets outside. They don't have cameras, and they don't have any places secure to put the lock, because I have a small alarm on my e-bike, but just shake the bike a little bit, it starts screaming like hell, but the alarm, but even like that, bro, here is very easy to. I already saw a few years ago stealing a motorcycle, a big one, with a 750 cc, stealing a bike. Just a couple of guys with a big van, they lift the bike up with the alarm playing, they put the bike inside the van and just left. It was a lock, a big change on the wheel and everything. So here is very easy to be stolen just like that. and some supermarkets I'm not, let's say, so scared because everyone knows there is cameras there. But when I don't have cameras, let's say, I feel a little bit insecure just to leave, even with it's not a change, it's a wheel lock to put on the wheels. In the other day near Alma shopping, someone stole the entire bike, just left in the front wheel attached to the change because the bike has one of those released fast release thing. They just picked up the bike and left the wheel over there. Am I still streaming? Oh yeah. Oh bro, even with the good change, they have they cut the change. They even yesterday here on Coimbra they have. I think it was in Coimbra. Yeah, it was a video that someone recorded from the car. I think it was downtown. They were trying to steal one of those little electric scooters, scooter, trotinete, aquela merda. And of course they have put it with the chain in the pole. So there was a guy lifted the entire scooter on the air to pass the lock outside of the pole, and they have removed the scooter, and the guy have stole the scooter. And if someone approach, usually anyone approach the guy, except if he was the owner, of course. But no one is going to ask, is it yours? And the guy, oh yeah, I forgot the lock at home or something, I lost it or something. Someone can ask, but the guy could be a little bit violent, I don't know. Everything can happen. And lately here in Coimbra city, the violence have raised for a few numbers that are a little bit concerned. Basically, this city is a city of students and also lots of tourism, especially on vacation time. If I go there downtown, sorry, if I go downtown now, there will be probably lots of Portuguese people, yeah, but we're going to start hearing lots of Spanish, English, and tours of Japanese and things like that. And also, I have some scare, let's say, to walk or go to certain parts of the city during the night. I don't dare anymore. I always consider my city very safe. I never have issues with anyone at night or whatever time it was, wherever it was in the city. But there are some parts of the city that I don't get in anymore. I don't visit anymore. I don't want to go because, well, in the past I have a few stuff, but I had a car. It was different, There were a few. There is a very bad neighborhood around here. Even the cops don't like to go there. But once, many years ago, that was more than 20 years ago. I have a few issues there with a group of kids. They tried to steal me in the car and my belongings, pointing me a knife, to lots of kids. Fortunately, on those times I was a little bit a rebel, and I like to be safe. So I've I have hidden under my seat an alarm gun. Is not a real gun. It only shoots blanks. Doesn't have real bullets. It looks real, but it takes, you know. And as soon as this guy get to the window with a big knife to try to steal me, I just, when I was getting out of the car, okay, I'll remove that fake gun and I'll shoot to the air. I get in my car and split home. I have a few other episodes, but for everything I've been through on this city, I still believe that was very safe, but now not now anymore. Even sometimes I go downtown, I see a lot of weird people doing weird stuff on the street. There are been happening some weird stuff here, and not, well, most of them they go to the news, but like always, there is a big another big interesting news a few hours later, and the people have a very bad memory, and they just pay attention to what is new. It's like today people is like the news is like watching shorts. They just scroll, another new. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, this is good. Oh, this doesn't. Oh, this was last week. You know. And this is how I see always people being living these days, and what is happening today, tomorrow is past, of course, but people are always looking for new, and what is new now is all there is weird. I think the people have interest, a lost interest what is real talents, to be paying attention to what is weird and maybe unreal. I don't know if it is the right word. I'm not like. The problem is sometimes I'm lose the words, and I don't want to start speaking Portuguese in the middle. My English was much better 10 years ago, but much better. I think my memory is not the same. I forgot a few expressions or words in English, but because I have learned English very early. I never been in England, I never been in US, but I have already have worked in places that have not give me the permission, but give me the permission to speak every day in English, like doing on YouTube. And it's very difficult when I'm talking, let's say like I'm doing right now, is more or less a monologue, because I'm talking with you, but you cannot reply me unless I read all the comments. I'm not doing that. But that is very difficult if I'm talking with anyone in English. If it is English and he speaks perfect English, my memory starts to push me those words that I'm, let's say, put on a box that I don't remember sometimes when I need it. And my memory is not the same, of course. I also said I have a very bad memory to memorize names unless they have a name tag here, or I talk with them often. This is a very nice day. don't know where everyone. Oh, I don't know what time is it. 15:15. I have a message here. Let me see if I can read it without opening. No, emails, just spam. Vorten, AliExpress. No, I don't have many. Para streaming, oh no, I don't want to stop. Ok, Alagar. O que é o Alagar? Esta merda dos comentários, como é que um gajo está sempre a querer ver os comentários e não aparece? Onde é que tenho o telefone? Está aqui. It's very weird, nuvem estranha. What is weird is to see all the comments in Portuguese. Como é que eu faço esta merda aqui? Hein? Chat em direto, mensagens principais, todas, all messages. Maybe it's the only cloud I see is that, but let me check. Well, I need to put this on the charger, or I need to go get my power bank. This tablet, the battery, it works, but a V shape over there, you notice? Still making. Oh, there's a spider web again crossing in front of the camera. The bloody spider. There's a little spider next to the cam. Those little jump spiders. He's always dropping a little spider web during the night. I noticed that because that. Yeah. I've put one of those camera shade, or I don't know how to call it. I think it's shade. That we adapt. Shut up! That we adapt in front of the cameras to prevent shadows, you know. And I've put one. It's a little smaller little cone, let's say, in front of the camera. But I don't know if the little spider have a house nearby, but the guy overnight is like to. Red Timber is a storm chaser in US. I was yesterday or the day before yesterday. I catch it on my feed. They go with the car following the tornadoes and and they go help people if they know they need it. Não dá para este lado, tem que virar para aqui. Então não estás a virar. Go, 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 go. que é aquilo? Grava aqui. Sorry guys, I'm just bem, eu tenho aqui cerveja, não quero sacar com isto. Bem, eu não sei o que é que vos diga mais. Será que ouço o irmão do Java, o pequeno estridente, um olhar? Hã? Foi isto que escreveste em inglês, GP. Será que ouço o irmão do Java, o pequeno estridente, um olhar? Não percebi, mano. Estas traduções do YouTube são de caralho. Ai meu Deus. Espera aí. Tá bem, tenho que ir buscar uma cena. I'll be right back. I need to go grab something to my power bank to charge the tablet. Foda-se, caralho, já bati de corros no cara do árvore. Já venho. Well, I'm back. I need a refill, and refill my tablet. Aqui pus o cara diz que quer dizer que o pai diz que mas não agora tinha isqueiro, foda-se. Aqui não é. Estás todo meco. Bem, eu daqui a bocado tenho que mudar para outros. Bem, não está para estar sombra aqui. Ok. O que é que me falta? Falta-me lá. Já aqui um sítio para pousar esta merda. Am I on? Eu não sei se está comprar um carregador portátil. Não são pomos, são rolas, caralho. Doves, not pigeons. Pigeons are okay, but I prefer my doves. They're smarter. Okay, carregador portátil. And I have a charger here, but there's a power bank. I have a couple of small power banks. They are enough to provide power for a few hours. Meanwhile, I already lunch, but I need to go eat something again. Meanwhile, coffee, no, because I cannot drink too much coffee. Cheers. Damn, I was thirsty. Uh, 360. Oh, there's a cloud over there. Let me turn around over there. How many hours? Oh, lots of hours, Sanjita. Lots of hours, but because, as you know, YouTube I haven't to recommend so many now. No, sky videos are not. This is this what I'm showing right now. If I do as a live, let's say it works, but as probably you already know, when you start show people controversial things like chemtrails and all that, just the fact that I mentioned that probably, and I'm not the only one saying that. Even even in the other day, a reaction channel that usually talks about ghosts and UFOs and other stuff. I decided in that peculiar video to show some sky phenomenons, let's say, including those kind of skies that we are watching right now. And it shows videos from TikTok, you know, those things. And immediately, a couple of weeks later, he posted on community page just saying that why this video in particular have 50% less views than the regular videos that he posted. And there is a very big channel. It's Mindset TV, I think, the name of it. And before, I remember have certain kinds of followers that enjoy watching sky. This is why I started all this. It was in the Sky Watch community, that not specifically an area. It was all the areas of sky watching, you know. And also photography as well, but more the Skywatch thing. And that was fashion, like say, for a while, and then in the mix, I've starting to enjoy, and after. A few things that I've already watched by myself at naked eye, and some of them I've already recorded. I have the lucky, let's say, to be on the right time at the right moment. That's something that doesn't happen very often, unless you are spending a lot of hours watching up to the skies with cameras or any kind of device that provides us to let's say, have a nice capture to you know, and unfortunately, a few years ago, I could not even keep up with the big YouTubes, let's say, and I had a few, let's say, hits on captures, but of course, on those times the phones were very crappy resolution, and now it's because the AI, if I capture, unless I captured live, for example, I'm doing a live right now. from the sky. Everyone is watching. If something show up over there on the screen, because usually I have like with the UFOs, they are extremely fast. They zip in front of the camera, and sometimes when I'm rewatching the videos, or even sometimes someone mentioned, like already happened a few months ago with I was making a short, I was on YouTube, it and allow us to create a short at a time. And there was a chopper or an airplane and flying by, and I decided to record it. Someone captured that it was a frame there that something show up, It was just a frame. It was not a bug, a bird. I tried to zoom in and try to show something better. I have a few videos. I have to make another playlist just with the UFO. Estava a dar barulho, Xunga? Está a dar barulho, Xunga? Why? Maybe because it's the charger. Still making the weird noise, John P. I didn't know it was making a weird noise. I've put my Bluetooth speaker a little bit closer to hear some background music in the bottom. It's quite far, but my doves are always, now they're quiet. Do. They make a lot of noise. I have to speak louder, maybe. I have to read the comments. I have to go. Todos os amigos ao mesmo tempo, transmissão em direto a chegar. Também ao vivo, a Shani, a minha amiga. Aqui, Shani, não sei o quê, tudo ao mesmo tempo, transmissão em direto. O P desapareceu, está top. Ok, maybe it's every time I put the charger. Yeah, that happened on the other day. I was hearing a real weird noise. Every time I put the charging, I don't know, GPA is a crappy tablet. It was a gift from my wife, but it was one of the cheapest one in the market, over there in the box. Continental, caralho. But it's working. This has a camera on this side, the screen, but it's sideways. It's not on the top, it's on the side. This is why I cannot, probably is one of the reasons, I don't know why. The camera is on the side, and the front camera has a lens, a camera, but it's a very low resolution camera. It says, I think it has a 180p, but it looks like a 720. The definition is crappy. I think this one is better, at least what I'm seeing on my face. The definition, Eu estou pegando a cerveja errada. And then, meanwhile, my kids are inside playing probably PlayStation 4 or playing on a computer. I'm surprised I still have network to make a connection, let's say. The signal is not very strong, but it's working. My webcam, the signal usually here is not 20, it's 19. 4, please don't hang up. Okay. Yeah. There are too many devices here at home. My old HP computer, I've already put it on the workshop. Let's say the guy, I've changed the HD for an SSD card and changed a few settings on the software of the graphic, the AMD play graphic stuff. I don't know much about it. It's one of the things I wish to learn is about computers. and other stuff, you know. I'm already, let's say, watching a few channels to learn a few stuff. It's always possible to self-learn, self-knowledge, and take advantage of internet. If you dig around using AI, I cannot say there isn't, but if you use the right tool, I'm not even mentioned because there are plenty of AIs, you know, Grok, Gemini, ChatGPT, and blah blah blah. And well, until now I've been sometimes I use ChatGPT, but the latest news that I've heard that ChatGPT has been giving some issues, and now Google itself has Gemini. If you every time you look for something on Google, if you have an option to go to Gemini, um, and all the things I can do for increase my internet, for example, I've bought a 20-meter cable to connect my router directly to the computer, and now the computer is working like, you know. I could do another few things at my PC, you know, changing the RAM, but to change the RAM I need to change the graphic again and probably put another screen, you know, because it's all connected, and if I do a couple of things more I don't need to buy another computer. As long as it's working, it's okay. Now, I was wishing to have money to buy a Cell-Star or Dwarf or one of those electronic telescopes. They are very small, and I can have quick access to the roof of my house. And since we have very, let's say, nice weather here, that basically during the summer, spring, summer, like now, changing, the sky is cool. I wish to have one of those electronic telescopes, you know. I follow a couple of guys. O vídeo acabou. Olha, acabou o quê? A música ou a bateria? The music has stopped. É verdade, pois. Anna! Hello, sweetie. You're here. How are you feeling today? Good to see you. Greetings from Coimbra, Portugal. I think you come from John P. I'm trying to. Yeah. Well, now I'm visiting live from Shani. Okay, Sanjita. Thank you so much, Sanjita. I really appreciate it, sweetie. And good to see you, Annie. Very nice to see you here. Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm trying to see if I found it, you know. Because I don't have anything prepared, let's say. Right now I'm trying to remember if I want to talk about, I already made a list. Well, it probably doesn't, it won't be quick, is the fact of the recent history of the because of the war and all that, and the rise of the prices here. John P, you probably better than me, know the same that today, every time I go to the supermarket, we have to take an extra euro bill, because the last couple of months, especially, is very difficult to, let's say, to put the fill up the fridge, because it's everything much more expensive, and you notice that when you go to pay, at the end to pay. Well, I always used to. Sometimes I have the credit, the card to pay with the ATM machine, those things. But sometimes I take the money just to buy the regular stuff that, because after a while there are things that we need to buy basically every day. The bread, and check the list of the fridge and see if anything required to be bought next. So there is no problem here. Me and my wife, we don't let anything to miss, let's say. But sometimes we have to, let's say, not make a diet, but cannot afford to buy brand things. We also go to the white products, let's say. But lately, if I take, for example, 20 euros just to buy a few stuff, cat food, bread, some chorizo or ham or something, cheese, or the usual stuff that we consume every day here. The coffee, the dishes, the detergent for the washing, the things. Those basic things that we regularly need. It was for a long time, just need to take 20 euros to buy a few stuff that usually required daily basis, and the money was enough. Now, we have to at least take another 10 euros or something like that. And you have to check all the prices before buying anything to see the difference and try. I save most of the tickets from the supermarket, to compare. Some things doesn't change the price, but there are a few other things. The meat, the fruit, processed meats like chorizo, hams and bacons and things. The fruit, vegetables. Sometimes they don't have it on supermarkets. The bread is also more expensive, a few cents. But of course, a few cents each bread. If you buy 10 or 20 during the day, that is one of the things that the Portuguese do. John P, of course, you probably agree with me. JP probably agree with me. Portuguese eat lots of bread. Probably because of that, I need to put the charger again. I'm gonna make a weird noise, probably. I hope not. Ai Jesus. I'm gonna talk louder a little bit. Okay, like I was saying, in everything else, the phone, the electricity, the gas, not even mention gasoline and diesel. I don't have a vehicle right now, so I don't give a crap about that. But of course, if the fuel rise, everything in the supermarket, of course, gonna have a little bit more of, you know. Anyway, it's almost 4 o'clock. I'm gonna stick around until 4. Then I need to go. I still need to go to some place. I cannot take this. I'm using Wi-Fi. I've set a repeater outside because I'm too far from the thing. Very hot day. Very nice to have a beer and go take a walk outside. Anna, are you still there? You are new. I'm new on your channel. I hope you stick around, Hannah. Later at, I don't know what time is it over there, but later here at around 8, I will go probably do a live recording the sunset. So I will come back. I will be back. But this was a surprise live stream. I was not even planning to do anything today. Thankfully, the kids are quiet today. They have given me a break, let's say. So this is why I don't go lives too much often, because in more times, because the kids take me most of the time, especially the little ones. You know, doing a tour here. So let me put down. I'm behind this pine tree, let's say. Yeah, more or less, a little bit to the. You cannot see me from there. Where I am. Não dá para ver. I cannot see. No. No, I cannot. I cannot see myself in here, I think. No. No way. Too much trees on the way. Estou a trabalhar ou não? Ah. Well, for me it's the best way to show you a little bit of the sky at the moment and do a live stream without moving my ass from the chair. Let's say. Doing a live on my computer to try to show you something. I can do that, but not this camera. I cannot connect this to my computer. There is a way. And I'm not going to do this. I'm going to complicate the things. I think my kid needs me. One of my kids, I think, is calling me. Yeah. Well. Bye, David. Thank you so much for being here, brother. I'll come back, yeah, during sunset time, 8 o'clock here, 8 o'clock over there, I think, I believe it in England. You can still leave. Facebook. Yeah, my phone is giving me a message that I need to recharge. If I put the charger, this starts to make a weird noise. Meanwhile, I'm gonna give it another 5 minutes. I think the battery will hold another 5. And then I need to go. Especially I need to go release the beer that I rented for a few minutes ago. You know what I'm talking. Oh, o que é aquela merda? Ai, que não vou mais nada, está ali. O que é que... Não, ei. Aquela merda. Do you see this? Where? It's weird. Has a weird shape. It makes a weird shadows inside. I don't know. Or is my eye deceiving me? But the definition is not the best. It says it's 180 HD, but looks like it's something in the middle. I don't know. Direção desta merda, não vira a direção. Para ali, caralho. O que é que anda aí no meio do milho? Ah, és tu. O que é que se passa lá dentro? Hã? My son-in-law. Diz que eu já vou. Diz que eu já vou para cima. Estou a acabar a bateria disto também. Yeah, my kid did something. Okay, it's now 4 o'clock. Yeah, couple of minutes and I'm on my way. You know, please forgive me, I need to leave. I need to charge this because every time I put something to charge it makes a weird fucking noise. I don't want to do that. And besides, I need to go refresh, recharge, and I need to release because this is bought, but it's more like rented. Doesn't stay long. I'm not usually like this, but today is very warm and yeah, just like that. Filhos, ramos de kiwi, tens kiwi, bacon. Yeah, not here. No, I have a plant over there. It's very new, but it's over there. Kiwis, yes, I have it. But it's a very young plant. This is a tangerine tree. I don't have kiwis yet, but I have a plant over there. It's still very young. I still have it for a couple of months or something like that. But I have peaches, orange, tangerines, persimmons, como chama aquela merda? Diospírios, Diospírios, eu não me lembro. GPS, se puseres aí Diospírios, eu não me lembro como é que se chama essa merda. Eu não te digo, se foste tu que me pediste, agora me esqueci. Olives. More? What I have? And another fruit over there, there's a wild one, but I don't remember the name. It looks like berries, but very sweet, small. And grapes, chouchou is a very nice replacement from potatoes. I have plenty of chouchous during some part of the year. Lemons, blackberries. For the moment is all. I haven't planted much this year. I am still planning to plant some tomatoes, beans, cabbages, lettuce, carrots, tomatoes, and a few other vegetables, you know. Potatoes, probably gonna try to plant some potatoes. Guys, I really appreciate it. Estava a cortar ramos de kiwi. Estava a cortar ramos de kiwi. Aí é o GP que estavas a cortar os ramos do kiwi. Também tenho um kiwizito. Okay, guys, I need to leave you. Well, my friend Enrique. I don't know if you see this on the screen. Astro Enrique is a Brazilian guy, but he's living here in Portugal. I'm subscribed. Astro Enrique is doing a live stream of the sun right now. He has a very nice telescoping thing. Okay, guys, I really appreciate my battery is almost dying. Yeah, 2% is dying very quickly. Drop. See you soon. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Don't forget there is a playlist. If you don't mind, put it a few hours playing just to help me to get my monetization back. It's still a long process, as you know. Now it's required 4,000 hours, and I still on a halfway there. Another links will be in the description. PayPal, Buy Me Coffee, GoFundMe, and drop a like before you leave it. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Cheers. I really appreciate it for everything. Bye bye, love you all. Although I'm gonna stop this shit. Okay, parar.